Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Factorio. I'm 7foot Dust Bunny, and today we're going to be dealing with a few issues we're starting to develop. One is this copper coming up here. It's there, but you'll see that it's really not quite enough. I mean, things are fairly well stacked up, and it's not a big problem, but it's something that needs dealing with, especially as I start ploughing through the sciences here and start, hammering these things along, because as I use the science, this is not abating. And at the moment, we're not completely utilizing all of our copper down here. And one whole run of refineries or smelting for this one area is maybe, possibly maybe overkill, possibly not. Now here we've only got the one, but here we've got two coming into this one coming into this one. So my plan is just to start by beefing up that supply. I mean, at the moment I haven't utilized the second red circuit supply because we don't seem to need it yet, of course. That's very much a yet. And I just want to have a quick look this side, just to have a look. We've got this one which is feeding to there anyway, and this one which is feeding there. So what I think I'm gonna do is, at least for now, I'm just going to bring these two forward to here, thereabouts, and I'm going to hit them into a splitter, and this is going to come up this way and then make its way along here to some belts I prepared off camera, which are going to help me finish, basically. Let's do that, and you're going to need to turn that way. There we go, and hopefully the bots will come in and sort that out. I don't know why I haven't got enough reds, but they're going to help because I've put now 3 lines all the way across here, so this can basically hammer out everything. So hopefully our bots will come and deliver me some more belts. And at the same time, I've also crafted, he says, I should have here a fusion generator. Where are you, good sir? Can we see it? I'm going to dump that to clear some inventory. Now, oh god, I've done that thing. I've done that thing where I make all the mistakes. Look, that was not the best plan I ever made. I do hate it when I make that mistake. Right, that is that picked up. So, let's try not making that mistake again. There we go, got it right. Now, somewhere here, in here, there should be a fusion generator. I made it. Can I see it? There. Ooh, you're big. You're bigger than I expected. There we go. The portable fusion generator should just produce power. I shouldn't need to add any battery storage at all. So effectively, what it should mean is things like these solar panels can go, and the batteries should technically be able to go as well, because this uses 1 megawatt. Max consumption 1 megawatt. Okay, 1 kilowatt, 200 kilowatts. Okay, so what we're probably going to want to do is we will keep the batteries. I think we'll keep the batteries, but the batteries will allow charge up. Oh, this is going to be tight. I'm going to have to rearrange these in a sensible manner. I don't like the fact that it recharges every time I sort of move it. But it will be what it will be. Now, this is a shield Mark II. I want the shield. The shield is awesome. And preferably, I have a defender capsule. But in here as well, I should be able to... Let's start nailing some of these through as well. I should be able to make, I believe, some extra defensive, like, shoulder lasery things. So, this thing, like this little laser turret. This laser turret can sit on my shoulder and zap things for me, which is fantastic. Now, this defensing, I don't know how that works, I'll be honest. Automatic item retriever, automatic unit launcher, no idea what that does. Configures personal roboports to automatically start launching combat units from the inventory whenever enemies are inside range. That does sound useful. Automatic tree cutter. I like the sound of that one, so I'm going to make me one of those. And I'm going to make myself one of these laser turrets, so I need some blue circuits there, which we'll pick up in just a second. So we should have, was that a Roboport Mark II I had in there, or a Mark 1? That was a Roboport Mark 1. So actually I'm going to take that out of my inventory. And as you see at the moment it's sort of not happy because everything's charging up, but that's fine. So let's pick up the blue circuits I need so we can get that going. Yunk, there we go. And we're going to start off, we're going to make ourselves a laser so that can start crafting. And we're going to make ourselves a Roboport Mark II. So we got a Roboport Mark 1, but we need more of those by the looks of it. Yes. Where is the Roboport Mark 1? There. So we need a bunch of batteries and we need a bunch more blues. Yeah, that's plenty of blues, I think. And batteries. Batteries are just up over here. Should be able to grab a bunch. There you go, that should probably be enough. Nope, not quite. We need to be able to make 4 of those. How are we doing now? 4, still missing, possibly not red circuits, not steel, maybe gears. I suspect gears is something we are missing here. So let's grab a bunch of gears. There we go, and that makes it to 3. And let's grab a few more batteries and we should be able to get that. Oh, I didn't want to grab the stone. Oh well. Looks like I've grabbed the stone. Oh, we're inventory fulling it. So now we should be able to make one of those. Yes. Excellent. We should be able to click on this one and hopefully that gun's gonna fit. Yeah, you're gonna fit. How much space do you take? Just 1 slot. Excellent. Right, my only fear is the Roboport is probably going to take more than the space we have remaining. Excuse me while I see if I can do some Tetris. Okay, Tetris I'm struggling to do. However, on the bright side of this, there is the fact that I can make better armor in just a minute. So that's probably where I'm going to go, because the better armor will have bigger slots. That is looking better. The robots are working there. And the next thing we need to start looking at is ultimately we need to go Rocketry at some point in the not too distant future. And also I'd love to add an artillery train on, but we'll have to look at that. So space science. is one thing you can only get it from space, I believe. You need the rocket to do it. So for that we need rocket control unit and we need a rocket silo. So we're getting very close to doing all of this. There's also the logistic systems with requester chests, all of which is looking really promising. So I need to make an area where I'm gonna start building the rocket silo. And I think I was thinking down here somewhere, and I might still be thinking down there somewhere because I might end up just shipping everything around, or I extend an area out here to build a rocket silo. I do have to be a little bit careful because we are getting attacks on here and in this area. That still appears to be a ghost, but we are getting some attacks in various areas now because we're tickling some of these. So let me hammer through some science a moment and possibly extend out the area here for what's going to be a rocket silo and production of rocketry goods. Okay, so I've built up the basic surrounding ghost form and I'm actually lowering my defenses here at the top, which might be a tad risky, but we're gonna do it anyway. And then I'm just gonna build up, hopefully, a little area here, if I get it right, where we'll be able to, I'm gonna slap this one down actually. Is it that one? It's right there is where I was gonna put it. So now I need to build another one right there. And we need to do the usual thing of we'll stick that one there and we'll stick one in between, and then we can just copy that, yoink, and paste it around to make sure we've got bot control in this area, which should give us everything we need. And that seems to fit just about. And can we do it this way? I mean, what I'd like to be able to do, and I think you can do it, is put this here. And if you click on it, I can now like take this off one end and save the blueprint, which looks a little weird doing it like that. But if I then grab this blueprint, it should have at one end no mast, so that means I can go down here and install these without replicating the masts which are already there. I can do the same going this way, and as you can see the bots are slowing down here because there isn't enough roboports there to provide all the bots with all the juicy goodness they need. That's not going to fit there, doesn't really need to. These will cover it. So if I do the same here and down through here, the bots should build out the roboport network as they're doing right now. They should build it out with power as we go. Yoink and yoink, that's pretty much perfect. There and there. Unfortunately, that's not quite going to work how I want it to. That's a shame. That'll have to be built like that, but it'll be fine. Which will frustrate some people because it's not perfect symmetry. But it'll be good. It'll be fine. Again, that one is going to be the same. It's going to have to come back a little bit that way. The only annoying bit is I've gone a bit higher up here than I probably should have. as you'll see, and that means I'm going to need to build that one, and that one's not quite going to fit. So again, same situation, and maybe a similar situation right here, just to get that one all tied up. So that will then bring bots to all this area. I've asked the bots to delete a whole bunch of the trees as well. I'm probably going to have to put some storage chests down. It's probably actually wise for me to stick a bunch of storage chests right here in this area, just to sort of save the bots too much travel. Now, I'm not sure I actually have any storage chests on me, so let's make up a few more and get those in place. And that should save the bots a lot of running around, because there's a lot of bots charging here and it'll be hitting the power grid pretty hard. But all of this is now building up. The lasers are building out, the defenses are building, and this is going to be where we build our rocket silo and alike. So Military 4 has finished, which means I can now build the high power Mark II power armor, which is certainly a good plan. And beyond that, the other thing we're going to be able to build very soon is a Spidertron. And I really, really want a Spidertron. We're lacking the rocket control unit, which will be next on the list of research to do. So the Spidertron will be the next plan. Now, off camera a second, I am going to extend out these runs for the main bus and just save you all having to watch me do that. Okay, so we're we're researching the rocket silo here, and we're going to be researching the Spidertron soon after, and then we're just going to build up a bunch of the other research. But we have the armor available to us, but I haven't got everything I need to build it. We're working on some of it down here because I'm being lazy, but ultimately there is other stuff I'm going to need, such as the speed modules. Now, speed modules, I already know from the research at least that I am going to need to be building these rocket control units. So I might as well start with doing that, and to do that I need to start building speed modules. So for speed modules I need green circuits, red circuits, and that's it. And for these I need to add those and blue circuits. Now these take 30 seconds to craft a piece, and I think I'm going to need quite a few. So I'm probably going to make like 10 or more machines doing these, which means I'm going to need a fair number of speed modules. Now these take 15 seconds to craft. So for example, if I make 15 machines doing these, I'll get 1 a second. And then you could effectively have 30 machines working on rocket control units, because that'll be giving you 1 a second. That's actually fairly easy maths that I can actually cope with. So let's start off with doing that. So we're going to go 15 of these. I've got 45 machines left, so one till I get down to 30. That should be 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Lovely. And I've got 30 left at the moment in my inventory, which is probably going to change, but what I'm going to do is I am going to go one there, pick that one back up. Actually, no, we'll do it here. it'll be fine if I do it here. And here, one here, pick that back up, and run the 30 down here. So this may seem like a bit of a weird approach, but hopefully the method in my madness will become apparent very shortly. Hopefully. So I think I'm going to need quite a lot of circuits if I am grabbing 5 at a time. I mean, it's 15 a second, so I don't need that many actual inserters. So we go there, go there, go there, and we'll bung that one on. And we should just be able to bring that down. Hopefully a red will be enough. And then what we're going to do is we need greens and reds for this. So greens are going to be nice and easy to get. So bring those that way. And reds, we're going to have to do a bit more jiggery pokery, but we'll just do it that way, like so, and we'll work it out in a second. So this one will go here, and this one will probably go like that. That one will go there, and that one will go there. And this one will go... Oh, will I stop pressing T when I mean to press R? Now, this can just be... Nope, not with a splitter. But we'll put that in, like that, and there we go. And then all we need to do is hopefully just add power. So how is this going to lay out? That should work, and that should work. Then that should work, and that should work, and that should work. And of course, what I haven't done is put in here what I want, which is speed modules. Speed modules it is. Now, down here, we're going to want to take our speed modules and bring them all the way down to these machines. Thank you, I am out of belts, which is probably going to be a bit of an issue, actually. No, I'm inside the logistics network. I'm not getting belts because all the belts are going up there. That's going to be a bit annoying, because all the belts are getting consumed by my extension of the bus. So let's do that. Next up, we're going to want to put, again, things here. And this time I am just going to copy and paste this to save myself a bunch of pain and suffering. So actually, what I'm going to do is put the next two down, like so, put the power poles in, like that, and then I'm really going to save myself a lot of pain and suffering. Because there we go, and we go doink, 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 and it should work out perfectly. And that needn't be there. Now, these are going to offload, which can just be yellows. Even better if they're yellows the right way around. Onto here. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And there. And here we go for this one. This one. Well, it's worked out a strange way, but I'm doing it anyway. Right, so down goes our speed modules. Perfect. Next up, we need blue circuits coming in here. So now we just need a bunch of blue circuits coming in to here. So we're going to extend this out a bit, but we're going to put the blue circuits in coming in like that. What's interesting me is, am I only requesting that many red belts? I thought I was requesting a lot more than that in terms of red belts. Let's step that up a bit, please. Can I have 300 to 400 red belts? And can I reduce my requirement on yellow belts, please? Where's yellow belts? Let's bring that down to 100 to 200, and then it'll end up ditching a bunch of yellow belts. That'll be fine. Pleasure doing business with you bots, as always. So that will go there, this will go here, and we'll simply put that one in with red. And there we go, blue's coming in. And this should mean we can select on here to do those. Which now we can run all the way down here. Why are we not getting power all the way down here? What has gone wrong with our power supplies? Something. Oh, it doesn't actually pass between them. Isn't that annoying? Well, there's a relatively easy way to solve that, and that is to put this like out of sync this way round on the way back. So I'm going to have to output these, whether I like it or not. So these have got, if I'm going to output them, of course I want to put it that way around. Yeek. But here, what I'm going to want to do is, let's put some belt down here as well for the moment. In fact, do I want to just run these up the bus? I think I might, because I've got some spare lanes on the bus. So I might, just for the lols, run them up the bus. Though I'm not quite decided yet. Sure, I've decided. I'm running them up the bus. There we go, going that way. So, what we're going to do is that and that. Then we'll just put one extra in there. And then we'll do, again, go copy. And this time we'll copy this bunch. And we'll repeat that down here. And that should solve our problem. Apart from right there on the end, where we're just going to have to delete that off. And stick probably a small power pole just to make sure everything works. But this seems to hopefully get things working. We'll see. We are now producing jolly Rocketry parts. Now I'm going to hold those there, because what I might end up doing is joining it into a separate line and then bringing it up the bus. Because other things we're going to need are things like rocket fuel and things like that. Now, how are we going down here? This is slowly working through. Very slowly. And this will start manufacturing. Now, Rocket Silo is not yet complete. Spidertron is next on the list. So, what else are we going to need for our rocket? Inevitably, we will need rocket fuel. Now, rocket fuel, I doubt I'm going to make it here, because that means piping. I mean, at the moment I've got petroleum gas, and I've got water here, and I've got other things here. Now, to make rocket fuel, you need, this rocket fuel, you need solid fuel and light oil. Now, for me, it seems to make a lot more sense to me to make that way down the bottom. The only problem is you've got to make enough for it to travel all the way up here, because that would have to go all the way up the bus. The other thing we seem to be hitting fairly hard is stone. We might need to find some more stone supplies somewhere. Ooh, even our plastic is running low. What's going on with plastic here? Let's find out. Are we running out of... Nope, we've got petroleum gas. Yeah, we've got petroleum gas, so why is this not working? You're missing coal. Okay. Okay, you're missing coal. That seems poor. How are we why are we missing coal? We should be producing loads of coal. Okay, there's coal here. We need to pipe in extra coal here. We'll priority input on here. We'll do it this way. And this one will priority input from the left, I want to say. Yep. Correct. And then we'll grab this one. And we're just going to bring that across. And bring that down. And that will top that up. And then we can get out our upgrade tool, where we hopefully upgrade, there we go, upgrade planner. And yoink. And we can do all of this all the way along here. Upgrade you all the way through. See, sometimes belt immunity seems like a lovely idea. And then we'll do that, and all of this along here, all the way up to there, I think. We'll be fine. This can be upgraded, this can be upgraded. This shouldn't run short, but I'm going to upgrade it anyway. And we'll get the bots working on that, and that should help solve our plastic issue. Because as you can see, the plastic supply being low is starting to hammer in on the red circuit supply. That in turn will for sure start hammering on the blue circuit supply, which is not being hit too hard at the moment, but you can see we're starting to juice out some of our supplies here a bit more. So hopefully that'll upgrade and we'll see that working fairly quickly. Now, we need to look at rocket fuel. Now, how are we going to bring rocket fuel in, and where and why? I mean, at the moment, I'm not even sure there's a good reason we're still using all this. I mean, this, for me, I think this could largely just be deconstructed and given up on, because most of these are empty. Let's have a look. At the moment, we're not bringing heavy or light oil across. And what was it we needed again? We need light oil and solid rocket fuel. So, solid rocket fuel, I'm pretty sure we can make that with light or heavy oil in a chemical plant. I think we're already making some here, right there. So, I mean, one way is just to make it up there by using all that and cracking it down, but we're not going to do that. That seems far too easy. So I am going to, I think I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to keep this going just to get rid of that last bit of copper, because otherwise it's going to annoy me. And in order to get rid of that last bit of copper, I'm literally going to do this. Bring it down to here and say you are going to priority input from the left again. No, that's not what we want to do, is it at all? That's completely wrong. I'm a fool. Because that's ore, not actual bloody plate. Grr. Grr, idiot. Idiot grr. Okay, that's annoying. Because what I was planning to do was use this area to make it fine. Fine game, fine. You are going to disappear, and you are going to be where we combine in any plate we make. Priority input from there. Job's a good one. And then this section is going. Like so. Hopefully we're not going to break anything there. I mean, this is in a logistic zone, so I'm actually going to put a provider chest there. So yeah, that's fine. We'll keep that. You are taking what? Copper or circuits or gears? You're taking circuits. So that needs circuits, but I don't think anything's operating there anyway. What we got? We got like 100 in there. Tell you what, we can say to it, here you go, let's have your circuits there. You're not going to run out of circuits, it'll be fine. There we go. So the bots will come in and get rid of a bunch of that, which will all be good. How's the plastic looking now? Plastic is looking better. In fact, so much so that you know what I'm going to do? I am going to bring this up to blue, because it could be moving that fast. Yep, there we go. Now, is there? In fact, we're producing it so quickly that these can't actually unload it fast enough. So what we can do is, in our upgrade tool, if we want to, we go back into, say, this one. We're already upgrading here from yellow to blue, so we'll grab that upgrade planner and we'll just bring that down here, and that will upgrade all those to blue, and those will be able to offload this a bit quicker because this is loaded out. Why is this not? Is this not loading in fast enough? That's also not loading in fast enough. So there we go. This is another excuse to go and use this one to make sure we're loading in at maximum speed as well, to maximize our plastic throughput, which is definitely doing something there. Okay, what's going on here? Lack of power. Not a problem. Done. Problem solved. Moving on. Moving on, we already have heavy oil right here and nice and handy. So we're going to bring that heavy oil over here to make our rocket fuel, or should I say solid rocket fuel is what it's going to do. We're going to make a nice little solid rocket fuel setup here, and I'm going to figure out how to wind it into this line over here. but that's going to have to be next time because we've already run out of time. So I'll say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time when we'll get a bit further on the Rocketry.